Hello there and welcome to our channel. I am His Majesty Tremel McCray, and my husband Joseph is in the background listening to Mickey's story. Lord have mercy. Listen, for those of you that are new to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and make sure you like this video. And make sure that you share. Sharing is caring. Share this video with everybody that you possibly can. And hit the notification bell so that you'll get notifications each time we post new content. With that being said, we are going to get into what we're going to get into. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Chasing Dallas series. Now, Joseph and I, we had a conversation there with Joseph. Yes. And we said that we were not going to do we weren't going to do a weekly review on the Chasing Dallas season. And this is there in season 2. This is episode 3. We may possibly do a review at the end of the season. But with that being said, I just wanted to say that I was compelled to do a review tonight. Well, not even a review. I wanted to send a message to the Chasing Dallas cast, and I wanted to send a message especially to Reese G and to Ariel. Ariel, I felt your pain. I really did. I really felt your pain tonight. And how passionate you were about losing your trans sister. And Reese G, you know what, Joseph? I really hate to be negative when it comes to Reese G. I really do. But I hope you don't take this the wrong way, Reese G. I felt some type of way about what you said about the gay and lesbian community not being behind the trans community. And, you know, I know that you weren't directly talking to everyone in the gay and lesbian community. But with that being said, understand this. In a sense, you're right. There does need to be more unity. There does need to be more unity amongst the gay and lesbian community and all the LGBTQ community. And we need to start protecting one another. The trans community can't do it by themselves. You know, a lot of trans sisters fell by the wayside this year, were being murdered. Last year, I'm sorry. Yeah, last year. A lot of people in the trans community were murdered last year. And it's sad to say, yeah, and it's sad to say it's still happening. But like I said, there needs to be more unity amongst the LGBTQ community. And as Ariel said, we need to stop looking at color. We need to stop looking at gender. We need to stop looking at who is getting work done. We need to stop looking at who is wearing the best and who is doing what. And no matter what, as a community, really join together and come together and start protecting one another. Because if we don't do that, then we're going to have more brothers and sisters that are going to be killed. We're going to have more brothers and sisters that are going to be bashed. We're going to have more brothers and sisters that's going to be shunned from churches and from all different types of community activities, because it's happening. It's not just people being killed, Joseph. Right. It's not just about people being killed. It's about everything when it comes to the LGBT community. It's everything. We're being turned away from you know, different places and different genres and stuff like that. And like Ariel said, we just want to be happy and live our lives. That's it. You know, I can honestly sit here and say that my husband and I, we don't have those issues. We don't have those issues. But just because we don't have those issues does not mean that we don't care. does not mean that we don't care about our community. Don't mean that we are not vested in our community. And also, you know, and this is a message for the millennials, mostly. This is a message for you, for the younger generation and you millennials. Understand this and know this and hear me when I say this and hear me good. Y'all need to start taking a page from the book of our generation. See, because in our generation, if you mess with one of us, you have to mess with all of us. If you pulled out a gun and you said you was going to shoot one of us, then you had to shoot all of us. That was the unity that we had. And to the trans community, we feel your pain because we were the targets back in the day. Listen, my husband is from Brooklyn. I'm from Jersey, Brick City. Listen, we had to walk the tough streets of Brooklyn and the Bronx and Manhattan to go to clubs. And when we left those clubs and had to get on the subway and get back to our home, our destination, there was always danger. There was danger down every block. Am I right, Joseph?
Yep.
There was danger down every block. But you know what? None of us fell behind the wayside. When something went down and and we had to fight, we had to fight. We all had to get our ass kicked. Then so be it. We all had to get our ass kicked. That was the unity that we had. You know, I think, Joseph, because this generation did not have to endure this, a lot of the stuff that we had to endure, there is it seems like there's a calm in the LGBT community where they feel like you know, they don't have to join together and fight for one another. You know, a lot of us got badges, and when I say badges, I'm talking about battle scars. A lot of us have lost friends. I've lost many of friends. One of my good friends, Jerome Pendarvis, rest in peace, was thrown off a roof for being who he was. Okay? My friend Chris Pendarvis was killed, stabbed, walking down the street for being who he was.
I think the mission is the same.
Yeah, I think the mission is the same, but it's not strength. There's no strength.
I think the game is the same, but the players are different.
Right.
Meaning that in our time, we were the targets. Because I can contest to plenty of times being on the New York subway train and watching trade or thug boys, whatever you want to call them, attack gay boys. And I'm standing there, and there'd be another gay boy standing there, and both of us are like, oh shit, please don't let them come over to me. Because it'll be like 10 of them. And it's like, okay, we feel bad for the person they're attacking, but it's like, okay, it's just 3 of us. It's the one that's getting attacked, and us 2. So what are we going to do with 10 straight boys?
Right.
For real, for real.
Right.
So we stood there and was like, and it was always going to Christopher Street.
It
was always, they'd jump on the train and they'd be going past Christopher Street.
Yeah, or sometimes they would just come down. They would just feel very, very gully on a Sunday.
When they came down to the pier to fuck with us is when the unity happened.
Right.
And boy, sometimes they would throw queens in the water. They would throw queens in. I've seen plenty of queens thrown into the pier.
Yeah.
From boys that pretended to be gay, and then they set the bitch up and threw the bitch in the pier water. But I think nowadays, because gay is, it's not acceptable. It's just a little bit more tolerated. So now they don't attack the boys the way they used to. They go into the girls.
Right.
Because the boys are fighting back now. Where in our day, the boys fought back. But these boys will jump you the same way the niggas in the street will jump you.
Right.
With us, it was, if we wasn't with our friends, the other bitches across the street is going to stand there and be like, ooh, that bitch getting her ass beat. For real, for real. Now, when we was with our friends, we was in numbers, so we were good.
Right.
But if we was just walking, I walked down the street plenty of day by myself, and I wasn't physically attacked, but I was verbally attacked.
Right.
Now, because transgender is up in the front and nobody's accepting them the way people are, and they're not accepting gay either. They're just tolerating it a little bit more. So now the transgenders are dealing with what gay men dealt with in our day, because they're more out. Because back in the day, transgenders more or less blended in. Right. Most of the girls that came out in the daytime, in our day, be realistic. If you was a realness girl, you walked around daytime, nighttime, it didn't matter. If you wasn't a realness girl, you only came out at night. Or
you dressed like a boy during the day and you did your thing at night. Yeah, it was very that.
Nowadays, transgenders are being themselves. So they coming out daytime, night, it doesn't matter. Which I agree with. If this is who you are.
Right. It's time to stop hiding. It's time to stop hiding.
Out, but this is in our time.
Right.
You're talking about, I was born in the 70s, he was born in the 60s.
Right.
In our day growing up, transgenders, if they were real, they came out anytime. If they weren't all that real, then if they knew they were clocky, and I hate saying that, but that's just the way it is. If they were clocky, they only came out at night.
Right.
And if they did come out in the daytime, it was very jeans, a baseball cap. They blended in with real women. You knew, but you kind of just left them alone. But nowadays, because transgender is in the forefront and transgender is the fight, now they're getting attacked more.
Right.
Because that's the part of society that they don't want to understand.
Right.
That's the part they don't want to. And it is a difference between trans women and trans men.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you can always take something soft and make it hard. You can freeze water quicker than you can defrost it.
Right.
You can make a piece of ice faster than you can take ice and melt it. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, it's easy. If you've seen trans men, I've seen trans men and found out they were trans men, and it blew my mind. Because I'm like, that is a dude. And, I mean, they are a dude, but you know what I mean when I say that. But trans men can blend more in society than trans women.
Right.
Because some trans women are clocky. A lot of trans women go for the realness look. They go for the natural look. So that they can blend and so that nobody will know who they are.
Right.
But some want extra body, extra facial feminization, and people can tell, and that's when the problem comes in. But with trans men, they blend more. So they don't really get spooked as quick as a trans woman does.
Well, you know what, Joseph? Here's the thing.
But
there's all different types of, listen,
no,
there's
what I'm
all...
saying is, it's not, none of that makes it right.
No, it doesn't.
But people always say, oh, well, we don't talk about trans men. But trans men blend in with society more. So they don't, and I'm sure if you talk to trans men, they'll tell you they have issues, some of the trans women. I'm saying it from my point of view, from what I see.
Right.
Because it's true. People don't never talk about trans men, and there's a whole lot of them out there now.
Right.
But nobody talks about them. Nobody puts them in the forefront. You don't hear about them being attacked because they are blend. And whenever you can blend, nobody knows.
Right.
So that's why you don't really hear about trans men being attacked and being victimized, because trans women kind of stand out. But
you know what it is? I think
nowadays they start not to stand out because women, real cis women, are feeling threatened by them, and they starting to look just like trans women. So they blend now.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I mean, like, we can have that conversation all day as to what is spookable, what's not spookable. You know, Joseph, I'm non-binary. You know, sometimes listen, hear me out.
I wasn't paying attention to the show, but I heard when
Ariel,
Reese G was saying that nobody talks about trans men.
No, he said nobody. He didn't say nobody talks about trans men. He said that the gay men and women, meaning us, who are butch queens, and you know that we don't we sit by. And we allow these things to happen, or we stand by. Hold on, let me hear me out.
Because I really wasn't paying attention, but I swear I thought he said.
No, he was talking about his gay counterparts.
Right.
He was talking about his gay counterparts, saying that we as gay men, we don't we sit here and how we idolize these guys because they look good and they fine and stuff like that, but yet and still they sit here and they gay bash us by calling us names and stuff like that. We follow them on Instagram and so on and so forth.
Well, no, I heard that part when he said we bash trans women for sex work and we don't bash the boys for sex work.
No, he didn't say we bash them. He said that we don't really. He said
no,
he said we stand by them. He said right.
And
so what I'm saying is that
trans women.
Right, but see what I'm saying is this is the narrative. The narrative. Listen, we can talk about all the narratives in the trans community versus the versus the gay men versus gay women versus transgender men and so on and so forth. The fact of the matter is this is the hard fact. There is no unity amongst us as a people. Period. And there needs to be more unity. And what I was saying, the point that I was making was back in our day, there was strength. We had strength. When if you fuck with one of us, you had to fuck up all of us. You understand what I'm saying? And that narrative needs to we need to bring back that narrative. Meaning, no, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. What I'm saying is we need to bring back that narrative because it's time for us to stop hiding and for us to stop cowering in the corner and start protecting one another. Not in these subcultures that we're in. It's okay for you to be in your cliques and your subcultures, but when the cause calls for you, then stand up for the cause. Like I said, me and you, we don't go out. Me and my husband, we don't go out to club.
We stand up for a cause like we did, but in our day, the most we had to be worried about was getting stabbed. Today, they have to worry about getting shot.
Okay,
there's a difference.
Okay.
There's a difference, and
but Joseph,
age, would I have acted the way I did back then and be ready to fight somebody? Yes, if I had a gun. If I didn't have a gun, I'm not going to just jump in everybody's face like I did back then. Well,
no, I'm not saying jump in front of a gun, but what I'm saying is that.
But that's
let me tell you something. This is how it is for me. This is why I tell people this all the time about the word friendship. About the word friendship. About you and using your words wisely. Let me tell you something. If I'm a black man. I'm a black man and I'm a gay man, okay? And I am if I call you my friend, I'm loyal to you. If I consider myself a part of the LGBTQ, then that's who I'm loyal to. So if I see one of my trans brothers or sisters, or if I see one of my gay brothers or sisters out in the street, and somebody is doing something to try to harm them, you fucking right. I don't care if I'm with you. I don't care who I'm with. I'm going to find out what the fuck is going on and who wants something. Who want to do something.
And then when you get shot and they
if I get shot, then I get shot. You know how many people in our generation, sacrifice their life?
I'm not going to put myself in the line.
I'm not going to put myself in the line of fire either.
That I don't know.
I'm not going to put myself in the line of fire either. I'm not saying, Joseph, I'm not saying put yourself in the line of fire. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying as a black gay man, I am loyal to my community. As a black man, I'm loyal to my community. I would hope, Joseph, you can't say that people aren't loyal to us. You can't say that people don't have love for us because we have followers.
I watched a whole video where these queens sat with Miss Saucy Santana and drank her liquor all night and party with her, and then set her up after the club.
But that's what I'm trying to.
How you know if that narrative is true or not? I just know what the video was titled.
But Joseph, you're not hearing me.
I know what I saw.
You're not hearing me. What I'm trying to say to you is this: if that be the case, if this generation does not have unity and they lack unity, what I'm telling you is you better start getting some unity.
They don't even respect the older games.
Well, I'm not, Joseph. We can, like I said, we can have that conversation all day. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about. What I'm saying in this video is this. If there is a lack of loyalty amongst the LGBT community, my message to you is you better get up off your ass and start becoming loyal. And start joining together and stop letting your trans brothers and sisters, your gay brothers and sisters, your lesbian brothers and your lesbian sisters, stop letting them fall by the wayside and stop allowing them to be killed. And there's more than just standing in front of a gun. You can show your support. You can do more than stand in front of a gun to show your support. You can get out and you can talk to your legislator. You can get out and you can donate to the cause. You can get out and you can go to these different organizations, these gay organizations, and do your part. That's all I'm saying. You do what you can do. I can't do nothing about this sister that got killed, right? But what I can do is I can pass the message on saying that as a gay black man in this community, in my community, I'm with you. I feel your pain. I offer my condolences to you. And as a gay black man, I can say to you that if I should see one of my brothers or sisters falling by the wayside and I can help them, I will do so. With that being said, I'm going to end this video. Please make sure that you're following us on all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, Instagram, and we're here at YouTube under the McCray King's name. And don't forget, we do have a podcast under the McCray King's name as well. And those of you that wish to donate to the cause, please feel free to do so by sending us a Cash App. All that information will be in the comments section of this video. And if you wish to book the McCray Kingz or you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email us at themccraykingscorner@gmail.com. With that being said, the last thing I'm going to say is always, always, brothers and sisters, walk in love, peace, and happiness. And remember, it's Team McCray.
All damn day.
Talk to you soon.